brought to you by our friends of the British Council. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rugby Wrap-Up. Matt McCarthy here at the Fantasy Sports Network, Studio 34 on West 35th Street. We're back after a nice holiday respite, but we have a great show for you today. And remember, you can always watch or listen to our shows as a podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, all the various outlets out there. But in the meantime, we have a very special crew here today. We have our Viva Premiership / Friends of the British Council scholarship winners. In conjunction with AEG Rugby and NBC Sports. They're going over to England, and there's in the studio with me Jennifer Jones, a.k.a. Jersey, from New Jersey, Monmouth women's rugby, but also she's the head coach of Rutger's women's rugby program. We also have calling in from Buffalo and Hawaii, respectively. We have Emily Heinrich calling in from Buffalo, New York. She is at Orchard Park High School. Hello, Emily. She is one of the players that won. And also calling in from Hawaii, Silivenusi Tukuafu. Is that right, Silivenusi?
Correct.
I know a lot of people call you Nusi. I'm trying to go the 9 yards here.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
All right. So we're going to get to Silivenusi first because he's calling in from an Air Force base and he's working, so he's a very busy man. Aside from that, sir, you are also responsible for high school boys, girls high school, and youth in Hawaii. Specifically, can you tell us where in Hawaii so I don't butcher any more names?
We're located on the North Shore. Kahuka High School is where my boys and girls all go to school, and in the community of Kahuku, Laie, Paula, all the way down to Kaneohe. We've got players from that whole north side of the island.
Okay, so when you came over from you were in Utah. You grew up in Utah and you played football and you played some rugby. Your uncles got you into rugby. Is that accurate?
Correct.
Okay, so when you moved to Hawaii in 2010, there was no rugby per se for kids where you were.
That is correct. Well, they had youth rugby, but it was really just starting out. Maybe we were there for a couple years.
And
but no adult rugby.
You have kids not only getting out of high school, but getting colleges to look at them for rugby and getting off the island, which you thought was an important thing for their lives.
It is, and hopefully, they can aspire to that. And it gives them a goal for when they're done with high school, that there is post-education out there. And I actually have one boy, he's over in Ireland on the Leinster Club.
That's amazing. So is he going to come back with a brogue?
Well, he came back for the holidays to visit, and he just left yesterday. But the knowledge that he came with, especially he plays prop, and just the knowledge he came back with to teach our high school teams, boys and girls, was priceless.
That's awesome.
And when he left, he was pretty sad leaving, but I told him, it's for a better life.
Yeah, and he's probably not enjoying the beach weather in Ireland, I would imagine.
Oh, he told me about waking up and it's 20, 30 degrees and there's frost on the ground and they still have to train.
Absolutely.
So every day he was here, he had no shirt on.
and you've got 5 kids of your own. Some of them are playing rugby, and you were a reluctant coach of rugby.
Correct. Yes, I got 5 kids. I at that time I wasn't into youth rugby because I was still part of men's,
right?
The adult league, and back in Utah. So,
which teams did you play for in Utah?
I played for the last team I played for was a team that I helped coach was Salt Lake City Spartans. They were a fairly new team out there, but I played for Park City Haggis. They were the 2005 D2 champs while I was there. I also played for University of Utah and Utah State.
Wow. So that's a pretty good resume. And you were also playing football, American football, at the same time you were playing rugby, right?
Correct. I played for Dixie State and Utah State. So.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And I'm going to give a salute to the haggis with the Scottish rugby ball here for the Utah, with the Salt Lakes or the Park City Haggis. Was that what they were?
Park City Haggis.
Great name. Great name. Jennifer.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Jennifer, you're also a coach. You've also gotten the scholarship to coach, and you are now coaching the Rutgers women's program.
Yes.
So you guys all had to submit videos or partake in camps. I saw your video. Did you think you were going to win?
Not at all. I went to camp. They had me also submit a video at the camp. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to get picked for this. I just wanted to go get the coaching clinic experience. So it was a pleasant surprise when I found out.
That is awesome. And have you ever been over to England?
No, I've never been to England. My team did a tour to Ireland a couple of years back, and that was awesome. So I'm really excited to get to go to England.
Well, Ireland's much better than England. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, everybody. Save your letters. But my last name is McCarthy. You got into rugby because your college didn't have club versions of other sports for you, and somebody talked to you and said, hey, why don't you come out to rugby?
Yeah, I was at an activities fair trying to figure out what I wanted to do because they didn't have softball or basketball, which were my two sports. And someone was like, you should play rugby. I don't even know what that is.
Right.
But I went to a meeting, and then I went to my first practice, and I was hooked ever since.
And you're a prop, but you're a closet scrum half. Is that correct?
Yes. My ideal position is scrum half. I love playing scrum half. I've gotten to do it a couple of times, more in college, and then I've done it in some like B-side games and developmental side games with my team. I love it. They make fun of me when I try to say I want to play scrum half.
How wide open do the opposing scrum half's eyes go when you're running at them with the ball?
They're terrified.
I would imagine. It's like Tiffany Faye in the back line for the New York Rugby Club when she's playing prop for the women's Eagles.
She's like my hero. I'm like, if Tiff can do it, I can do it.
Exactly. Let's jump over to Buffalo, where I think our guest Emily Heinrich is probably wearing black because the Buffalo Bills got eliminated from the playoffs, but they made the playoffs, and it's the first time in your lifetime. Isn't that true, Emily?
Yes, first Buffalo Bills playoff I've ever seen.
All right, so let's get back to rugby, which is football's father anyway, for the Segway folks out there. Your folks got you playing rugby, and you won the scholarship as a player. And just explain to people at home your parents' background in rugby.
Well, they both played at Dartmouth, and then they later met in Philadelphia. And my dad was a collegiate All-American, and my mom has represented high-level teams as well.
Yeah, but they met at UPenn, right, in law school?
Yes.
Right, so they met at UPenn in law school. They played Dartmouth rugby but didn't know each other at Dartmouth?
Yes, that's correct.
So that's kind of odd. So let's cut to you playing rugby. You started playing when you were like 7?
Yes, I started when I was 6 playing flag rugby up in Canada.
In Canada, which for the folks at home, Buffalo is right on the Canadian border. Niagara Falls kind of separates the two. So you were just going over the Peace Bridge?
Yep.
The Peace, not the Kensington, not the Father Baker Bridge, right? So
nope, always Peace Bridge.
But the interesting thing about you, Emily, there's a zillion interesting things about you, but you are going to Dartmouth, but you were playing for the Orchard Park High School team when you were in 6th grade.
Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that makes it, you're a senior now at Orchard Park High School. You guys won the championship when you were a freshman.
And now we're 3-time New York State champs.
So you have, in essence, been playing high school rugby for 7+ years.
Yep, this is my 7th season.
All right, so what are you looking to gain out of the scholarship in England? Because you're a pretty accomplished player, not that you can't pick up anything. What are you looking for over there?
Well, I think every coach has something new to offer. So I'm really excited to see the English style of play. And I want to make new connections with players and coaches over there, especially.
Well, I'm sure you're going to make plenty of connections. And we're winding out of time in this segment, and it's always a shame because I have a lot to speak to you guys. I want to get back to Silivenusi over in Hawaii. Silly, you still there?
I'm still here.
So, Coach, your video was actually very touching. You said you gave your basically a bio about you and what you're doing over in Hawaii, which is basically changing lives. But you also said, I don't deserve this, but my kids deserve a better coach, or something along those lines. And I got weepy watching that one. Why did you say you weren't worthy?
Oh, I don't know. It's just me thinking, I'm low guy on the totem pole, and there's other deserving people that should be there. But I figure if I can go there, learn what I can, bring it back, spread the knowledge to my staff of coaches, and share it amongst them. So there'll be somebody else who will, rise up out of the ranks, and they can carry on and probably help the kids a little bit more than what I have. So
wow, you are somebody that I would like to aspire to when I'm a grown up, my friend. Jennifer, you heard that story.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's just incredible. But these are the things that are happening with the Friends of the British Council, the Viva Premiership, and now corporations like NBC and AEG getting involved. How is this going to change things for you when you go over there?
This is going to be great experience to get some more coach development because that's something that we're really lacking here. I took the 200 level coaching course a couple of years ago because I knew I eventually wanted to coach, but then there's not really much in between there. So you become certified as a coach,
Sure.
And then you're like doing research on your own or trying to talk to other coaches about things. So I'm really excited to get some feedback and find out some more just to become a better coach for my girls and in the future.
Well, that is awesome. I want to end this quickly with favorite rugby moments, and I'm going to start with you, Emily, in Buffalo.
My favorite rugby moment was the first time my Orchard Park team won the New York State Championship because we had worked so hard and we were the underdogs in that game and no one expected us to win. So that was a really special moment for me.
That is awesome. And what were you, 5 when you were playing in the high school?
That was my freshman year.
Okay, your freshman year, which was your 4th season with the team.
Yes.
She started playing in a
crazy.
tournament with the team when she was in 6th grade, the high school team.
That's ridiculous.
And
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. So that speaks to the lawyer rugby family that they have up there, and they're like you guys are like the Furies of Western New York, right? Silivenusi, your favorite rugby moment?
yes, top rugby moment right now would be still the U10s, and just them out there having fun and each other.
Well, what might be every day and common for you at this point because you've been doing it for 7 years is remarkable to the rest of us, and I want to thank you on behalf of everybody out there. Keep up the good work. And finally, all the pressure's on you to come up with your favorite rugby moment.
I'd have to say playing against Railway Union in Ireland because that game was amazing. Probably the best game of women's rugby I've played in a while. It was raining. It was cold, so there was steam coming off of all of us. All the photos and videos looked great. Yeah. So that was a really great experience.
All right. Well, this has been a great experience for us, and I'm sorry we're out of time. We're getting the word from downstairs, but I want to thank Silivenusi from Hawaii, Emily from Buffalo, and Jennifer from Jersey. And on that note, Matt McCarthy for Rugby Wrap Up, signing off.